What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know we've been putting out videos left and right, but I just had to make a second video on casters because the whole team-wide buff situation is a little crazy. So I had to put my 2 cents on it. And honestly, when I read her kit initially, I just thought that that part was like a mistranslation. I didn't even think about it twice. I read it and I was like, okay, yeah, if she's a part of the team, you get a revive. It did not dawn on me that it was, if you have her on the account, that's how it worked. So after I uploaded the video, I received a comment from Sapari Cat, and the comment reads, something you may not have known or didn't mention is that death protection is just by having her on your account and not just for the team she is on. I responded to that by saying, wait, it works by having her in the account. What the hell? Yeah, so thank you to this viewer for letting me know that that's how it worked, because honestly, when I saw her kit, it did not like it. I did not read it like that because it seems so out of reality for me that I just didn't register it like that. However, this is how she works currently in the beta, and thank God that this is in the beta, right? I'm gonna hope and pray that beta testers leave it in their feedback that this is not something that most of the player base wants, because we have seen games before that open this can of worms and then they cannot close it. It's something that they cannot do, especially since this game is from China. They are literally, it's illegal for them to nerf a character after it's been released. So if they actually release casters like this, that buff is not going anywhere. It's never going to get removed, which means that door of buffing or giving team-wide or account-wide buffs to certain premium characters is just there, and they're gonna do whatever they want with it. Right now, I had another viewer say in the comment, HSR community threatening to boycott because she's too OP. Video title is caster is mid. First of all, that wasn't the video title, it was the thumbnail. However, I responded by saying that they're not boycotting because he's OP, they are boycotting because of the account-wide buff for a premium unit, and that is the core of the issue. And I myself personally, I have been through something like this also in my YouTube journey, because for those of you who don't know, I did not start my YouTube journey covering Honkai Star Rail. I started it covering a game called Dislight, and by the time I stopped playing Dislight and by the time I stopped creating content for Dislight, they released a character that did not have a team-wide buff, right? But the character itself was so oppressive, it was so uncontrollable and was unchecked, had no counterplay in the game, that it just completely killed the game for a lot of people, myself included, and they locked it behind a $2,000, I'm not kidding, a $2,000 price tag. So for me, it kind of hits home because this is going to be another game where the company is not looking out for its player base and it just wants to make a quick buck. Right now, they're testing it in the beta to see how we respond to it. They know that it's going to get leaked. They put it there with intention for us to find it and for us to complain about it and to get our feedback from it. And if they have been paying any attention at all, we don't want this in the game at all. The only acceptable way for this to be a thing is if everybody for the rest of the game gets a copy of casters. That's the only way this is going to be okay, and we all know they're not going to do that. So our next best hope is for them to just outright remove it. I'm hopeful that they are going to remove it by the end of her beta testing phase, and they'll maybe adjust it to where it's only when she is in the team or whatever the case may be. But just making it account wide is just too greedy. It's just too pay to win. You're going to force people to pull for a character even if they don't want to use the character. It's going to make accounts inherently worse because they don't have that revive mechanic, because today is a revive mechanic, but tomorrow is going to be an attack buff. A month after that is going to be damage buff. 2 months after that is going to be defense penetration on all your attacks. Any buff that exists in the game can be applied to the account via a premium character, and that's just something we don't want to do, because we don't want to encourage Hoyo to create characters that fix problems only by pulling them. They would essentially create an environment where players are going to have to pull for certain units no matter what kind of playstyle they like, no matter what characters they like. They need to have a certain character in their account just so their account can remain competitive and is able to clear the end game. I know I have a few beta testers that watch my content, so if you are one of them, please leave it in your feedback. I understand that a lot of beta testers are like bigger whales or people that spend more money than usual. So for them, it's usually not a problem because they get all the characters anyways. However, this is going to kill everybody else that's not a whale, everybody else that's not a free-to-play player or a light spender, because they're gonna feel like their account is not up to par because they don't have X, Y, and Z character, which gives you X, Y, and Z buff for the entire account. So for those people who are beta testers that watch my content, please leave it in your feedback. That is something that we don't want to bring in the game. This is the type of thing that kills games. This is the type of thing that sways player bases away from your game. And like once you lose certain people because of certain practices, there's nothing you can do to bring them back. I understand that this outwar may be for nothing because it is on beta testing. Like it may not make it to live. Hopefully, we're all hoping that it doesn't make it to live. So they may end up actually removing it in about a week or two, or by the time she releases, they may end up removing it. So all this video, all this commotion that we've been seeing online may be for nothing, but it's better to make the commotion and get something done than not do it and then have something bad happen. Like the good old famous saying, squeaky wheel gets the grease. So let's be that squeaky wheel. Let's get that grease and let's try to get this out of the game, yo. Thank you for listening to me to y'all yap. Until next time, guys. See ya.